Imagine standing at the base of a towering mountain, the path ahead rugged and uncertain. The wind howls, the summit is shrouded in mist, and every step forward feels like a battle. Now, what if I told you the greatest thinkers in history, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, faced obstacles just like this, not on a mountain, but in life? What if the secret to overcoming any challenge, self-doubt, procrastination, or failure, wasn't about external motivation, but about an unshakable mindset? A mindset forged in the fires of Stoic philosophy. By the end of this video, you'll see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. Because the Stoics had a radical idea: the very thing standing in your way is the way forward. In a world filled with uncertainty, challenges, and setbacks, the pursuit of motivation can often feel like an uphill battle. Whether it's personal goals, professional aspirations, or the daily grind of life, obstacles are inevitable. Yet, throughout history, one philosophy has stood the test of time as a guiding light for those seeking resilience, clarity, and purpose: Stoicism. Rooted in ancient wisdom but profoundly relevant today, Stoicism offers a timeless framework for overcoming obstacles and cultivating lasting motivation. This video explores the Stoic approach to motivation, delving into its principles, practices, and practical applications for modern life. Stoicism, founded in ancient Greece by Zeno of Citium and later developed by thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, is a philosophy centered on the cultivation of virtue, wisdom, and emotional resilience. At its core, Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. This distinction between what is within our power and what is not forms the foundation of Stoic thought. The Stoics believe that true happiness and fulfillment come from aligning our actions with reason and virtue, rather than being swayed by external circumstances or fleeting emotions. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. This mindset is particularly powerful when it comes to overcoming obstacles and staying motivated in the face of adversity. Before diving into the Stoic approach to motivation, it's important to understand how Stoicism views obstacles. To the Stoics, obstacles are not inherently good or bad, they are simply part of life. What matters is how we perceive and respond to them. In fact, the Stoics often reframed obstacles as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This perspective shifts the focus from the obstacle itself to our reaction to it. Instead of viewing challenges as insurmountable barriers, we can see them as chances to practice virtue, develop resilience, and strengthen our character. This reframing is key to the Stoic approach to motivation. The Stoic philosophy provides a clear and practical framework for overcoming obstacles and staying motivated. This framework can be broken down into 4 key principles. Dichotomy of control. Amor fati, love of fate. Virtue as the highest good. Mindfulness and present moment focus. Let's explore each of these principles in detail and examine how they can be applied to modern challenges. 1. Dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control is perhaps the most fundamental Stoic principle. It involves distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. According to Epictetus, some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, our reputation, our office, and, in a word, whatever is not of our own doing. This principle is incredibly empowering when it comes to motivation. Often, we waste energy and emotional resources worrying about things we cannot change, external events, other people's opinions, or unforeseen circumstances. By focusing instead on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and channel our energy into productive efforts. For example, imagine you're working on a project at work, and a colleague criticizes your approach. Instead of becoming defensive or discouraged, you can apply the dichotomy of control. You cannot control your colleague's opinion, but you can control how you respond. You might choose to reflect on the feedback, consider whether it has merit, and adjust your approach if necessary. By focusing on your own actions and decisions, you maintain motivation and stay aligned with your goals. 2. Amor fati, love of fate. Amor fati, or love of fate, is a Stoic concept that encourages us to embrace everything that happens in life, both good and bad. Rather than resisting or resenting obstacles, we accept them as part of our journey and look for ways to grow from them. As Friedrich Nietzsche, who was influenced by Stoicism, later put it, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity." This principle is particularly powerful for maintaining motivation in the face of setbacks. When we view obstacles as opportunities rather than roadblocks, we cultivate a mindset of resilience and adaptability. For instance, if you fail to achieve a goal, instead of giving up, you can ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this setback to become stronger or more skilled? Amor fati also helps us let go of perfectionism and the fear of failure. By accepting that challenges are an inevitable part of life, we can approach our goals with greater courage and persistence. 3. Virtue as the highest good. For the Stoics, the ultimate aim of life is to live in accordance with virtue. Virtue, in this context, refers to qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. The Stoics believe that true happiness and fulfillment come from cultivating these virtues, rather than pursuing external rewards like wealth, fame, or pleasure. This principle has profound implications for motivation. When we align our goals with our values and strive to act virtuously, we tap into a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. For example, if your goal is to advance in your career, you might focus not just on achieving success, but on doing so with integrity, humility, and a commitment to helping others. By prioritizing virtue over external outcomes, we also become less attached to specific results. This detachment allows us to stay motivated even when things don't go as planned because our sense of self-worth is rooted in our character and actions, rather than external validation. 4. Mindfulness and present moment focus. The Stoics emphasize the importance of living in the present moment and maintaining mindfulness in our daily lives. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life." This focus on the present helps us avoid being consumed by regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for overcoming obstacles and staying motivated. When we are fully present, we can approach challenges with clarity and focus, rather than being overwhelmed by negative emotions or distractions. For example, if you're working on a difficult task, instead of worrying about how long it will take or whether you'll succeed, you can focus on the task itself, breaking it down into manageable steps and giving it your full attention. Practicing mindfulness also helps us appreciate the journey, rather than being solely focused on the destination. This shift in perspective can make the process of overcoming obstacles more fulfilling and less stressful. Now that we've explored the key principles of Stoicism, let's examine how they can be applied to real-life situations to overcome obstacles and stay motivated. 1. Setting goals with the dichotomy of control. When setting goals, it's important to focus on what you can control. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, you can control your training schedule, diet, and mindset, but you cannot control the weather on race day or the performance of other runners. By concentrating on your own efforts and preparation, you can stay motivated and confident, regardless of external factors. 2. Embracing failure with amor fati. Failure is an inevitable part of any worthwhile endeavor. Instead of fearing or avoiding failure, embrace it as an opportunity to learn and grow. For instance, if you don't get the job you applied for, reflect on the experience and identify areas for improvement. By adopting a mindset of amor fati, you can turn setbacks into stepping stones towards success. 3. Aligning actions with virtue. When faced with a difficult decision, ask yourself, what is the virtuous choice? For example, if you're tempted to take a shortcut at work that compromises your integrity, remind yourself that acting with honesty and self-discipline is more important than short-term gains. By aligning your actions with your values, you build a strong sense of self-respect and purpose. 4. Practicing mindfulness in daily life. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine by taking a few moments each day to reflect on your thoughts and actions. This practice can help you stay grounded and focused, even in the face of challenges. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a project, take a deep breath and focus on the task at hand, rather than worrying about the outcome. While the Stoic principles discussed above are invaluable for overcoming immediate obstacles, they also provide a foundation for sustained motivation over the long term. Here are some ways to cultivate lasting motivation through Stoicism. 1. Cultivate a growth mindset. The Stoic emphasis on learning and self-improvement aligns closely with the modern concept of a growth mindset. By viewing challenges as opportunities to grow, you can maintain a sense of curiosity and enthusiasm, even in the face of difficulties. 2. Build resilience through adversity. The Stoics believe that adversity is a necessary part of life and an essential teacher. By embracing challenges and learning from them, you can build resilience and develop the strength to persevere in the face of future obstacles. 3. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our actions and efforts, rather than being overly attached to specific outcomes. By finding joy and fulfillment in the process of working toward your goals, you can stay motivated even when progress is slow or uncertain. 4. Practice gratitude and contentment. The Stoics emphasize the importance of gratitude and contentment, recognizing that true happiness comes from within. By appreciating what you have and focusing on the present moment, you can cultivate a sense of peace and satisfaction that fuels your motivation. In conclusion, overcoming obstacles and staying motivated in a complex and unpredictable world is no easy task. Yet, the Stoic philosophy offers a timeless and practical approach to navigating life's challenges with resilience, clarity, and purpose. By embracing the dichotomy of control, practicing amor fati, prioritizing virtue, and cultivating mindfulness, we can transform obstacles into opportunities and maintain motivation even in the face of adversity. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In the end, the Stoic approach to motivation is not about avoiding obstacles, but about facing them with courage, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to growth. By adopting this mindset, we can unlock our full potential and live a life of meaning and fulfillment. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.